My family's been in this area for over 100 years, and we've done everything from timber to cattle to banking. And for some reason, we keep coming back. You know, may go off to school, but we find our way back here. Sometimes it takes going off to really appreciate what you have at home, and that was definitely my case. You know, we live in what we think of as a very special part of Florida. It's Old Florida. It's affectionately dubbed the Nature Coast. I guess the best way to describe it to folks who haven't seen it I would say it's what you would think of when you think of Old South. It's a very undeveloped, very pristine. It's the way Florida looked over 100 years ago when my ancestors came here. I mean, as an outdoorsman, I'm trying to think, what more would you want? You know, this is where it's at. I mean, we can be deer hunting in the morning, and when we're finished with that, we could be catching redfish in 30 minutes. You know, I mean, my gosh, it's just the best of both worlds. Very few people think of Old Florida in the way that my ancestors knew Old Florida, the way my parents knew Old Florida, the way growing up I knew and know Old Florida. And in order to preserve that, you have to show that. And I want people coming here, when they leave, to have, whether or not they were successful in taking whatever game they were targeting, my goal is for them to leave with a smile on their face and a new appreciation for the real Florida and for conservation. It's easy to read about conservation. It's easy to read about what needs to be done in order to protect the environment. But until it's tangible and people can actually see it for themselves and put their hands on it, sometimes it's just not real. I want to preserve it. I have 2 daughters. I want them to grow up appreciating it. I want them to be able to share it with my grandkids. You know, hopefully I'll have great grandkids one day that'll appreciate it. If something's close to your heart, you're never going to leave it. You'll always come back to it. And seeing how it's my turn to take care of this land, the land my ancestors settled, that's a great responsibility. I don't take it lightly.